Hey, what is up YouTube, and welcome back to episode 5 of my Let's Play Factorio series. So between the episode, I've worked a bit more on this smelting tile, as you can see here, and I'm now using it to produce some iron plates, which are being piped into this train, and then I'm taking the train and bringing it right here inside my base, stopping here and feeding directly into the belts into my base. So obviously it's not very efficient because I don't have a train stacker yet, but this is enough to finish working on my science, so I'm just happy with it right now. I didn't put in the beacons just yet because I don't have the modules for those, and if I already place them down, they're going to consume more power, which I'm very limited on at the moment. As you can see, I think I maxed out at 260 megawatt of possible power. Now I could plop down more solar panels, but I don't want to have solar panels lying around everywhere outside my base. I want to have as much as possible inside my chessboard base. So what I've done is I've begun mining this uranium outpost, and I'm just waiting on my 40 enriched uranium so I can start the CoverX enrichment process and have basically unlimited uranium. So the reason why I've started mining uranium is because I also want to build a nuclear reactor, so to fix my power issues. And if we take a look right here, so if I place another tile, let's say right here and then one down below, I will have one tile that is connected to this water lake that we've uncovered right here, and I'll be able to bring in water directly from the side into the tile, so I don't have to bring in water by train, and I'll have it and I'll be able to build my reactor right on this tile. So that's what I'm going to be doing next, is finishing the uranium with the CoverX enrichment and start building my reactor right here, so that I can then have enough power to set up some defenses around here and build let's say a basic wall to push all the biters behind. And then once I have the wall set up, I'll be able to continue building my base. Okay guys, so let's look at some nuclear reactor designs now. So I went on the Factorio Prints website and I found these 3 blueprints that looked quite nice. So I had a look at them, but if you take like this one for example, it's just too big and it doesn't fit inside my tile. So I took inspiration from these 3 designs and I came up with this one. So we have 2 by 4 reactor cores, and looking at the Factorio wiki for some numbers, 2x4 for a 2x4 reactor you need 112 heat exchangers and 193 turbines, and this design right here has 200 turbines and 116 heat exchangers. So with that it produces 1.1 gigawatt of power out of a maximum of 1.12 gigawatts of power. So I'm quite happy with this design, and this is the one that I'm going to be using. So taking this blueprint, I managed to I can actually fit it 3 times in a row inside one tile. It's the same size as the tile is the same size as my the one that I showed before for the smelting. And we also have enough space to fit in the train stop, so we'll have 2 stops for the player to come in, one for a fuel train and one that will be a 1x2 train carrying the fuel cells and bringing out the used uranium fuel cells. Now the only downside of nuclear is that we do need to bring in some water, and the way I'm going to do it is by blueprinting the whole tile over a lake and then filling in the terrain with some landfill, and then I'll just leave some space to put in some pipes. So we'll have water right here. There'll be some spaces to bring in the water. So let's just jump into the main world and I'll show you where it's going to be built. Okay guys, so here we are. As you can see, I built a few more tiles, and yeah, we had this lake. So originally I wanted to build the reactor here, but if I bring in the water from the side, I won't have enough space to bring enough water for the 3 reactors in a row. So what I have to do is let's see, where is my, here it is. So this is my reactor design. I'll be building the tile right here, and that means that I have to landfill the whole tile except for the parts where the water is gonna come in. So if I build this one right here, I have enough space to build another one below if I need to, and then I think we should be good to build like one right here and one right here. So that's about excuse me, so that's about 4 tiles of power and 1 tile. So I told you that 1 reactor can produce 1.1 gigawatts, so 1 tile is 3 gigawatts. So if I build 4, I have 12 gigawatts of power, and I think that is massive. That is massively enough for the whole base. It should be fine anyways, should have enough. If I don't, we also have a lake. Seems to be there seems to be another lake right up here, so I could also build a reactor up here if need be. So let me actually build the whole thing and I'll get back to you. And there it is, guys. So as you can see, I built the first reactor. I'm not gonna build the other 2 straight away because I don't need that much power, and these reactor core are consuming reactor rods at a constant rate. And at the moment, we have more than enough power for what we are consuming, which means that I can now start putting modules into my smelting array. And yep, there it is. So it actually took a bit of time to build because this is a lot of landfill that I had to use in this tile. If I check my blueprint, to landfill the whole tile I need about 50,000 landfill, and I just didn't have that much landfill production at my base. Just had this small thing here set up, but I also so what I did is I also started mining this outpost right here and converting everything into landfill. And one of those trains can hold 16,000 landfill, which means that I need about a little bit more than 3 to landfill the whole tile. So that's why it took a bit of time to do. And also I didn't have the cover Rex set up just yet, so I just added this small thing right here that is using cover X enrichments to produce the uranium. So I also took the opportunity to set up my PAX trains, and I'm going to show you how this works. Before that, is there anything else I want to show? Okay, so we have our train coming in here bringing the uranium rod, and I use bots to put them here on the belt, and this inserter is filtered so that the depleted fuel rods end up on this side and they are brought back into the train. Alright, so let me show you how the PAX stations are set up. So I have two train stops right here. They're both limited to one train max, and they both have the same name, so it's base PAX. And I have one train in here, so this train is the one that I take that used to go into a tile, and I can just either set up the station manually, or I can just hop in and tell him where I want to go. So for example, right here in the smelting tile. So yeah, it's gonna bring me right into here, and there we are. So now when I leave it, since I set up a temporary station, it's only gonna stay here for like 5 seconds, and then the station automatically gets removed. And now this train is going back to where we came from, because I told him, if I can click on it, it's gonna come right here, because the only station that he has is base PAX. So if I leave him, he just goes back to base PAX. Okay, and then in my tile I have a second train that basically does the opposite. It waits for the passenger to be present, and when I enter, it's going to go to base PAX, and when I exit the station, the train, it's going to come back into his tile. So same here, can only accept one train. So if I have two smelting tiles with the same station name, if the other train is already in its station, it can only come to this station, the one that's free. And same over here, where I have also a train going from base to power. So the only thing I have to do is hop in, and the train immediately leaves to bring me back to the base. And there we are, and now I leave, and it's immediately heading back to the smelting tile. And there you have it. So it's pretty simple, but pretty cool. Simple but powerful. And same thing for this tile. So I have one station here for the player where I can arrive, and this is my departure. Hey guys, so just a quick update. As you can see, I went ahead and cleared out the whole place, the whole area. There were tons of biters here in the area, so I built a huge laser wall around it and killed all the biters that were inside. And I've also started building the second smelter for the copper patch, the copper ore. Okay guys, so as you can see, I just finished setting up my copper smelter, and it's currently working, but it's only missing the modules and the beacon, just like my iron setup. I'm putting the ore into trains, and I'm bringing the trains straight into my base right here at the entrance and putting the resources right on the main bus. So unfortunately I've run out of time for today, so I'm going to end the episode right here. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Cheers.